Coming up on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show.
You've been making a lot of jabs at me.
Have I?
I just felt like sometimes she goes on and on and on and on and on and like let other people talk.
A small town, I'm so worried about my motherfucking reputation. You shut up.
You're also from a small town, by the way.
Doing this with her and having her be a part of this brought us even closer, and it's been... Are you enjoying your snack while we're doing our interview?
I am. I'm having a treat.
Your Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show starts now.
Kyle, you head over to Kathy's for some beautifully plated snacks and a heart-to-heart.
I'm hungry. Do we have anything to eat?
Do they have snacks?
Do you have a treat for me?
I want treats too. Send some treats to my house. Treats! Oh my God, my dogs are gonna think that's for them. Great.
Huh? Okay, while someone's looking for treats, let's get back to your relationship. It's obvious how much fun you guys have together, but Kyle, you opened up about how your relationship had hit some rough patches.
I think it was just time, healing all wounds, like they say. And now we can just be together and have fun, and I don't ever want to go back to that place.
What a waste. You know?
Well, first of all, I mean, what sister hasn't had, arguments at times in their lives? But I would say, I mean, Kathy will answer, next here, but that honestly, yes, we were already in a good place, obviously, when Kathy joined the show, but doing this with her and having her be a part of this has been really fun and brought us even closer because we talk more often. We're laughing, we're cracking up about, the memes of us in bed together. And who would ever think that reality television would actually be good for your relationship?
Good for your family, right?
Exactly.
Well, I think being thrown together like that and having the opportunity to experience and go on these little vacations and spending time together, just doing silly, fun things.
Okay, I've got your fan set up.
Doogie, without you, what would we do?
Maybe you put glue in them.
No, I didn't. It's not glue.
You just spilled coffee on your shirt.
I can't see. What can I say?
Oh my God.
And making up for lost time. We're very lucky. We're really lucky.
Well, it's kind of funny, and tell me if I'm wrong, Kathy, but I was saying this to somebody the other day. I always look up to Kathy, growing up. Whatever she, said what the cool thing was, I wanted to have. Whatever she collected, I wanted to collect, So it was just always like that. All of a sudden, Kathy being a part of the show and, going on these trips that she'd never done before, all of a sudden she would need to lean on me. Like, we weren't allowed to drive together because of COVID.
Poor Kathy.
Poor Kathy. What?
2 hours.
2 hours. My knees hurt.
Wait, all by myself.
All by
This is the
yourself.
first time
I
you've
know.
ever driven here alone.
I have never driven here. I don't drive by myself
I know.
anywhere.
So I'd say we have to put it in Waze, the direction. Well, what's Waze? Well, what's your Apple ID password? I have no idea. Do I have an Apple ID password? So all of a sudden I was like, okay, well, let me handle the situation. So it was an interesting, sort of shift, and a new part of our
new relationship.
Yeah, it was interesting. And it was just really funny because, I'm like, my sister doesn't have Waze. She's got to follow me 2 hours in the car. And, I don't want her to get lost. She's telling me to write down directions on a piece of paper. Do I go left at the gas station? I'm like, Kathy, people don't do directions like that.
I do.
It was just funny. You do. Are you enjoying your snack while we're doing our interview?
I am.
Don't think...
I'm having a treat.
Well, I need a treat if you're going to have a treat, for God's sakes.
Zero Coke, papaya, and... excuse me, my throat. And watermelon.
I think it's called a Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
I'm going to get a video of you eating your food.
Why, am I going to be seen eating the whole time?
Okay, Kathy, we need to talk about your fabulous TV trays.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I feel like I'm at the Waldorf Astoria. I didn't even put my napkin on my lap. What's wrong with me? Why didn't you correct me? I'm just diving right in.
You know, I've given up. No, just oh, they're just old wood TV trays. You eat it in the library at home.
But don't you
When
remember,
we eat at home.
Mom always gave us food on TV trays.
No, you're thinking of the TV dinner.
We did have TV
We
dinners,
actually
too.
like the turkey with the mashed potato and gravy. We'd get that like
Yeah.
once a week.
Yeah, but Mom would also put it on the tray.
Yes, I like trays.
And it would have the turkey, the mashed potatoes, and the cranberry.
And the little peas.
But by the way, they was like this big each.
It was like airplane size.
Airplane food, and we thought it was delicious. But she also gave us on the trays. Like, Mom had a thing about trays, too.
I loved it. I love to eat on a tray.
Yep.
It's just kind of something we grew up with.
It's old school. We love it.
So, Dorit, you call out Garcelle for what you feel are digs that she's making at you.
I feel like the last couple of months, you've been making a lot of jabs at me.
Have I?
Yeah. I don't really know why you're doing it, but I definitely am noticing it.
We had this friendship, from what I believed. These jabs that she kept making at me, no one is looking to pry into. I understand.
That's not what you
and I
said
think
the other
anyone,
night.
I think anyone
That's not what
will
you said the
understand.
other night.
There was something behind it, and she just wasn't being upfront, honest, open. She was doing it in a very passive-aggressive manner. I hadn't seen anybody over the holidays. And so this was the first time we were seeing one another, and I just felt like I didn't want to sit through another meal or another, time with the ladies and not tell Garcelle how I was feeling and understand why she's been jabbing at me for the last couple of months.
It's surprising. It takes me off guard. It doesn't sit well with me, Garcelle, and I want to know what is going on.
Why do you think Dorit felt like you were making digs at her?
Because I was. I just felt like sometimes she goes on and on and on and on and on and like let other people talk.
She had said I hijack conversations, and that bothered her. And that didn't really feel like the real reason or an excuse that made sense to me.
And I don't think I'm the only person that's ever said that to her. I mean, even her and Kyle have that conversation.
What you did?
Crying out loud, let me
finish.
I never stopped talking.
That's
honey,
all.
45 minutes.
I was not talking for 45 minutes.
It's nothing new. It's just coming from me that it makes it new. And it's interesting because I was actually saying them while I was next to her.
Should you give her a timer? Because we all love you and you're long-winded.
So it wasn't like I was talking behind her back.
If you feel something, come out with it. That is being authentic. And I think if you're not doing it, there is a touch of inauthentic behavior.
At Rinna's launch party, Erika had some choice words for Sutton.
You be quiet, all right, Miss Small Town? I'm so worried about my motherfucking reputation. You shut up.
My thought is, you're also from a small town, by the way. What she's trying to say is small town, small mind. I don't know. She's just trying to hurt me, lash out.
My problems are
Don't
my
take 'em
problems,
out on
and you
me.
know what? And don't try to turn them around on me because they don't affect you. So for you to sit there at her house and talk about, well, I don't know. Girl, that small town shit is so whack. Go ahead.
It's like I'm on the Andy Griffith show. I don't know. Just to be like...
Emotions are still at the peak. And again, this is still the time where things are being revealed every day.
Something broke today about her and Tom being sued.
They said my divorce is a sham so I can help hide assets.
Erika Girardi's husband and his law firm were placed in civil contempt of court on Monday.
Wait, what? What's happening? Is Tom in the hospital? What does this say?
Well, I think she was just angry and at her tipping point, and she'd had it. And that's how she felt.
Erika obviously was very upset and hurt and, probably, embarrassed that somebody that in our group would think like that.
I don't want my name in an article that's associated with this.
So, she lashed out.
I'll go all day with you.
Okay.
Go get another legal opinion.
Those are like fighting words, and I don't think Sutton wanted to fight that. I don't think she wanted to have that argument that day, or at all.
I don't think anybody ever really wants to fight. You just don't. But sometimes you just do have to clear the air. And I think that Erika had come off the back of Kyle's holiday party.
You're worried about your reputation, of course.
Wait a minute.
That's just between me. That's me, my problem, not with you.
You guys, are you really that afraid of me?
She clearly had, an issue with what Sutton had said, and so she shared it.
Garcelle, there was a moment in your discussion with Dorit where tensions rise and you almost leave the table.
And then what you did in Palm Springs, which in my opinion,
You with that. You with that. You know exactly what happened.
I
in
don't
Palm Springs.
actually know.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You for bringing that up.
First,
you.
Are you going? Is that the easy way, or do you want to talk it out?
I want to talk it out if you're going to be fair. I'm not going to talk it out if you're like,
happy to talk
what
about it.
happened in Palm Springs.
Herself sit.
Girl, you can't
So
run,
dumb.
you gotta sit down.
I mean, listen, nobody wants to be in an uncomfortable situation, right? And sometimes it's best to leave when you're heated and you want to, collect yourself. And then there's other times where you need to stay and also face it too.
I think that it's best to try to work it out, but if it's not possible and you're feeling that, okay, right now we need to take a little time out, I think that if that is set and you talk and you say, you know what, right now, I think that we need a little break. You're in charge when you say something like that. And you don't walk back in with your tail between your legs.
Or you don't say something you're going to regret more later.
Exactly, because when you're mad, my mother used to always say, count to 10 and never respond or make any kind of decision when you're angry. Sleep on it.
We don't count to 10 around here.
You, Dorit, can't tell me how I feel and react to things, okay?
We don't count to 10 or sleep on it. So that's part of the problem.
Let's talk about Rinna's lip launch party.
Wow, look at you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. How pretty is this? Gosh, gorgeous. Are we day drinking? We're day drinking. Yes, we are.
Well, first of all, Crystal hosted it, and she did. It was so beautiful, and I'll never forget. It was a beautiful sunny day, and I think it was the first time we really got together after the holidays. So we were excited to see one another. This lip kit venture is something that has been like 10 years in the making. She has endeavored to do this for a long time and then always hit some kind of brick wall. So it was really nice to see that she finally was able to do it her way and to see the product.
Congratulations. I missed you too. You look beautiful. I'm so happy to see it finally come to life.
Crystal did such a beautiful job with the party. There were so many fun activities. There was even a lip reader.
Kathy, you have these crinkles right up here, and that means a lot of responsibility. Kyle's kiss is wide open. There's still so much healing.
I believe all that stuff. I'm so gullible when it comes to that stuff. I believed it. I saw it coming. The guy I was dating actually at the time, she was like, oh, I think somebody's going to come and knock your socks off. And I was like, oh, no. It's got to be him. It's got to be him. Well, it's not him. Let's just say that.
Well, I've never had anybody do anything like that for me before. I was just concerned she was not going to be able to read the lips because they're all filled with stuff. I mean, mine aren't. But I was like, they're going to get a false reading. They are going to get a false reading.
Can we get a filler reading?
We need a filler reading. Excuse me, can the lip filler reading lady come? Because
oh my God, I can't. I just can't.